In our Sunrise Smart Start this morning, a high-rise evacuated in Rochester after a fire near the top floor. Firefighters responded to the Winton Garden Apartments just before midnight. No word this morning on any injuries there. We will keep you updated on this story throughout the day here on News 8. Well, President Biden announcing new actions aimed at lowering the price of meat while speaking with farmers, ranchers, and independent processors. Joined by Washington correspondent Basil John, live in Washington, D.C. this morning. Basil, good morning. Let's begin here. How does the White House plan to help these struggling farmers?
Well, Mark, good morning. And yes, right now the plan is supposed to be a total of $1 billion, and that money is allocated from the American Rescue Plan, which President Biden signed into law back in March. Now, the way that it will be broken down is that you have about $300 million for independent processing plans. You have $100 million for training meat and poultry workforce. You have $100 million to bolster the supply chain, and there's even more that goes into it in order to help those smaller independent farmers, and more so to bring more attention to them rather than having them rely on some of those big conglomerate companies.
Well, you mentioned supply chain there. What does the White House believe is the reasons for this price jump?
Well, the White House is actually blaming those large companies that I was just talking about. The major four companies when it comes to beef and poultry production, the White House says are the reasons for this huge increase in pricing when it comes to going to the supermarket and trying to buy any form of beef or poultry. So the latest data actually shows that the four large meatpacking companies control about 85% of the beef market, and in poultry, the top four processing firms control about 54%. So that's a significant amount of the market that farmers have to rely on these larger companies. But the point of this program would be then that farmers do not need to deal with the middleman anymore. Instead, can just get it out to customers, and you're not dealing with much of a price surge.
Got it. All right, Basil, thank you for the live update. As we mentioned, the president also blaming large meatpacking companies, saying they're often using their power to squeeze out smaller competitors and stifle new entrepreneurs into the industry. Well, have a look at this. Parts of the country seeing record snowfall and below average temps on Monday. This video from Charlottesville, Virginia, showing over 6 inches of snow there, leaving some 40,000 people without power in the state. Washington, D.C. also experiencing some heavy snow yesterday as well. All right, James, we saw a little snow over the weekend. Nothing to that extent around these parts, but I know you're watching it closely this week.
Just missed us, Mark. We keep seeing these nor'easters that just scoot to our south, scoot to our east. We got to get it eventually. I do have snow in the forecast. Not today, though. We're looking good today. 14 degrees, Henrietta. You're one of the cooler spots. Greece, one of the warmer spots at 20 degrees. Everybody gets closer to Greece in the next couple hours, and then we climb into the mid-30s this afternoon. No chance for any rain or snow today, but I've got it Wednesday night and into Thursday. Winter storm watches in effect for some. We'll have a last look at the 8-day and the bus stop forecast at the end of the show. Mark?
All right, James, thank you. Let's take a look at the roads once again now with our sunrise traffic. Live view of the thruway at this hour. No issues reported there. 390, 490, 590, all up to speed at last check as well. In other news happening today, Rochester Mayor Malik Evans will meet with teenagers addressing programs and new initiatives aimed at cutting back crime involving the city's youth. This comes as police confirm 14-year-old Julius Greer Jr. was shot and killed while entering a store on Harold Street Sunday night, marking Rochester's first homicide of 2022. In an address yesterday, the new mayor said he will provide the community with adequate resources to curb this rise in violence.
The community has to own these challenges, and that is actually good news, because that means the community also owns the solutions. And there's no community better suited than Rochester when it comes to finding solutions. We've done it before, and we're going to do it again.
Mayor Evans adding he is getting close to selecting a permanent chief for the Rochester Police Department. He expects to make that announcement in the coming weeks. Democrat Sabrina Lamar has become the new president of the evenly divided Monroe County Legislature. This comes after a deal was reached among local officials, allowing Lamar to assume the position while Republicans will maintain their majority. The deal will allow the GOP to have a say in staffing decisions as well. Now, Lamar becoming the first black woman to hold that position, releasing the following statement saying, in part, "I intend to rise above partisan politics and instead choose to be a bridge between politics as usual and getting things done," which is exactly what my constituents want. They want someone who can get beyond petty political bickering and deliver results. Meanwhile, Monroe County Democratic Committee Chairman Zach King says Lamar's decision comes from a desire to increase her own political power, saying in part, "We've seen nationally what happens when Democratic officials won't work with their own colleagues and become a rubber stamp for the Republican agenda. It would be a shame for residents in Legislator Lamar's district and throughout the county for that dysfunction to continue here." Well, a number of flights canceled or delayed out of Rochester this week. This comes as over 3,000 flights canceled across the U.S. over the last 7 days. Officials say the chaos has been caused by winter storms and staffing shortages. Some travelers have been left stranded, having their flights canceled multiple times.
We both have to get back to work. Our school is starting for us, and we just planned on being able to go home today, and I had to call into work and everything, so now we just don't know what to do.
Airport officials say a helpful tip is to keep tabs on your flight by signing up for text message alerts or downloading the specific airline's app. To the latest on COVID-19 now, the FDA taking another step in the battle against the coronavirus. The agency authorizing vaccine boosters for children 12 and up, adding anyone eligible for a third dose of the Pfizer vaccine can get a third shot 5 months after their second dose rather than the original 6-month window. During her stop in Rochester yesterday, Governor Kathy Hochul said New York is trending in the wrong direction when it comes to the pandemic. The address coming as local hospitals are still trying to manage an increase in new COVID patients. The governor says Monroe County is mirroring what she sees across the state. The Omicron variant building pressure on stressed medical systems. Local leaders say masking and getting vaccinated are easy ways to limit hospitalizations due to COVID.
We're not in a good place. I'm going to be really honest with you. This is the winter surge we predicted.
That's how we keep our schools open. It's how we keep our businesses and our restaurants running. And that's how we keep our hospitals at a reasonable capacity.
Well, the state is also opening new testing sites, including one at the Carlson YMCA in Rochester. All right, here's what some folks will be talking about at the water cooler this morning, looking to hit the open road. Car rental site Discover Cars is looking for a road trip tester, James Gilbert, to try out some new wheels and give a review, an honest review. The new team member gets a car of their choosing to drive for 3 days, plus about $800 to spend on things like hotels and entertainment and snacks as well. Got to have those snacks in the car.
Of course.
Log on to discoverycars.com to learn more if you want to hit the open road for a few days.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you can put a car seat in the back, I'm good to go.
You're going to have a travel companion with you, right?
Yes, right. That's exactly right.
Listen, we know this time of year you got to be careful on the roads. It can get icy out there. We certainly have temperatures below freezing this morning.
Yeah, definitely. And they have remained below freezing. So most of the main roads should be okay, but your driveway might be one of the issue spots. We've got sidewalks a little bit icy there as well. So I don't know if all the sidewalk plows were out yesterday necessarily. So it's cold. Sunrise at 7:42. Return home 32 degrees, and we do climb likely above freezing this afternoon. Tomorrow we'll get right around 40 degrees. Some late mix, we'll call it, a little bit of a rain-snow mix there to lake effect on Thursday, that impacting mostly west of us, so Genesee County, Erie County as well. some area-wide snow on Friday. This is an 8-day forecast that looks like winter, right? We've got overnight lows in the teens. We've got a lot of snow showers mixed in there as well. It's January, and it should look and feel like it.
Yeah, we'll look forward to some sun today, though. That's for sure on this Tuesday.
Should be a good day, yeah.
That's it for us here on News 8 at Sunrise. Our next update is coming up in just 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is up next. Have a great day.